There are three main categories in SEO: on-site SEO, technical SEO, and off-page SEO. Let's assume you have an email marketing agency and you want to rank with email marketing services. The first thing you will need to do is to create a landing page and optimize with the keyword email marketing services. So the whole process of creating content and optimizing content with specific keyword is called on-site SEO. The second part is about technical SEO. Basically, it checks whether your website is well optimized technical-wise. For example, whether your web page load is fast enough, whether the images are loading fast, or whether you have too many broken links or not. Now let's say both pages are well optimized technical and on-site wise. Now Google has the same question: who should be the first one? The answer is in off-page SEO. Let's say your competitor have backlink from HubSpot.com while you have none. As HubSpot is an authority website and it trusts you as a source, then quite probably your website is worth to be ranked. Google uses backlinks as votes whether you should be trusted or not. While a vote from HubSpot.com, which is an authority website, could be a good sign, a backlink from newly established website could be either neutral or negative sign. So we talked about different types of SEO. Let's now dive into details of off-page SEO. As mentioned earlier, one of the main ranking factors are backlinks. So the goal of off-page SEO specialists is to find ways to get backlinks from quality websites. There are certain metrics that link builders follow to make sure that the website quality is there. Except metrics, there are other things that link builders follow: relevance, page metrics, and domain metrics, and type of backlinks. There are different types of relevancies: domain relevancy, page relevancy, and context relevancy. When we say the domain is relevant, we mean that the whole content or the product that they have is closely related to our product, directly or indirectly. When we speak about page relevancy, we mean that the page itself has something to do with our keywords. When we speak about context relevancy, that means maybe the website is not exactly what we are selling or writing about. Maybe the page itself is not exactly about what we do, but the context is there. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a dropshipping software which has nothing to do with email marketing, and there's an article that has nothing to do with email marketing, but there's a paragraph that speaks about email marketing. Here in that paragraph you will have context relevancy. So Google and other search engines say that you should have backlinks from quality websites, but also the context should be there. You can go extreme, trying to make sure that the whole website is closely related to your products and services or keyword, or you can go as low as making sure that the context is alright and that's it. It all depends on your strategy, on what you want to achieve. On one hand, when you get super relevant backlinks, this is really good for your rankings. However, you might have problem of finding super relevant backlinks in long term. So your goal is to understand how much relevancy is okay for you that will work in long term. There are two main types of backlinks: do follow and no follow. When there is no kind of attribute, those are called default do follow backlinks. When you have no follow attribute, those are called no follow backlinks. As mentioned earlier, backlinks work as votes. Let's say you need to mention that website, but there is no way you want to give your vote to them. So they created no follow attribute. And when you add your no follow attribute in your link, you provide no value to those websites. So as you can guess, link builders, also called off-page SEO specialists, try to get backlinks that are do follow. Now let's speak about domain metrics. There are different tools that measure domain authority, domain rating, domain traffic, and a lot of other stuff. One of the most common tools that link builders use are SEMrush and Ahrefs. Each of them have different types of metrics that they use for understanding the website quality. In the case of SEMrush, they use DA, while Ahrefs uses DR. One is called DA because it's domain authority, while the other domain rating, so DR. They are the same concepts, but they are calculated differently. DR is all about backlinks, while DA uses content as metric as well. In each case, when we have 100 DR or 100 DA, we are speaking about websites like Facebook and Google. So this is the top tier websites. While when we have websites that have zero content and zero backlinks, we will have 0 DR and 0 DA websites. Another metric that all agencies use is about traffic. There are different ways traffic is calculated. For example, in the case of SimilarWeb, it might show 100,000 traffic, while on Ahrefs it might show only 1,000 traffic. Our problem is to understand how they are calculated, to understand which one to trust. None of them show exact numbers that are realistic. The main problem we have, the only way to understand how much exactly traffic they have is to have access to their Google Analytics. Now let's speak about the way Ahrefs calculates traffic. You give a domain, it checks by which keywords which pages are ranking. They check search volume of each keyword. They check their rankings, for example, whether it's the first place or the second. Then it calculates the average click-through rate. Let's say your website ranks with just one keyword, which has just 1000 search volume on monthly basis, and you are the second place with that keyword. And Google says that the average click-through rate should be about 30% of the search volume. So your traffic will be 30% of that 1000 search volume. So Ahrefs and other tools that use keywords and rankings to understand the traffic, they basically take all your keywords with their rankings, with search volumes, calculate the average click-through rate, sum up, and give you exact number. As you can guess, this is an estimation. This is not exact number of traffic that website has. This won't be 100% accurate. Quite probably it will be really different from the reality, but it gives us some understanding about the quality of the website. There are other ways of calculating traffic as well. For example, SEMrush. They do not check your search volume or rankings. What they do, they spy on your website. What I mean by that is that they are checking all the requests you are getting from different sources. On one hand, this calculation is much better than Ahrefs or SEMrush calculation because it provides the real request that the website is getting. On the other hand, let's say they have a lot of traffic, but it's really hard to understand whether this is the efforts of SEO or not. In both cases, if you are checking with SEMrush, Ahrefs, or SEMrush, doesn't really matter. In each case, whether it is Google traffic estimation logic that checks search volume and so on, or it spies on your website, in each case you are wrong, but you need to understand which solution works better for you. There are a lot of domain metrics that people follow except DR, DA, and traffic. We'll talk about them later. Now let's speak about the other pack of metrics that people usually follow. It's about page metrics. Some people prefer to get backlinks from pages that have some kind of traffic. There are certain metrics people use to understand the page quality. Some people tend to get backlinks from pages that are generating some traffic. And some people believe in that page authority is important as well. Whether I believe in it or not, it doesn't really matter, but it's a metric that we need to understand how it works. Page rating, page authority is the same metric as domain rating or domain authority. It just calculates only for just one page. In the case of SEMrush, again, it's going to use page content as well to understand the quality, while Ahrefs understands only the backlinks. Again, we have 0 as minimum number and 100 as maximum number when it comes to page authority or page rating. Again, you can get better page rating, page authority if you get more backlinks to your page. Page traffic is calculated the same way. It checks by which keywords you are ranking, what is your average rank. They check search volume of each keyword, and it checks the average click-through rate. And the sum of those click-through rates would be your page traffic. In the next video, we are going to talk about keywords, which one to choose, and what metrics there are behind the keywords.